Welcome back to Echo Base Network, guys. I'm Nick, and I am finally here. Welcome back to Echo Base Network, guys. I'm Nick, and I am. Let me here. Turn this. Let me turn this. Hang on. I got freaking Turn this. Oh, it's coming from my phone. I was like, where's that coming from? All right. All right. Looks like it's coming through okay. How's everybody doing tonight? Sorry for the delay. I was debating on whether I was going to stream tonight, just with all the craziness going on. So for those of you that did not know, a week ago today, one of my really close friends, who I played music with, took his life and left behind his son and his wife. And it was a really, really sad situation. I'm actually going to be in Florida next week. They're doing like a benefit show at one of the bars down there that he played at regularly. So I will actually not be here next weekend. And then Coach is on vacation with his family. And so he is down at the beach. And so he's doing his own thing, and there's not a whole lot going on in the news, and I honestly haven't been keeping up with a lot of it. So I honestly, if there's anything going on, I probably have not heard of it. Who all do we got here in the chat? DGL3 Abyss, nice to see you. Hail Purple Lady, Lady Mist, Heirs of Chaos, glad to see you guys here. Night of Ren 789. What's his face? Mick Whatnot. Saw that name change. Our good brother Robert Pearson in the house tonight. Let's see, who else do we got in here? Turd Burglar in the house. Mark the Infinitely Tired. Good to have you here, brother. I guess y'all's Saturday night gaming thing has been put on hold, or I'm not sure if you guys are still doing that or not, but glad to have you here. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, I actually just spoke to his brother. I'm actually going to put together a video for him and his family with a bunch of with some music and a bunch of pictures and memories and all that. So I had a bunch of video from us playing together at this place we used to play at up in North Alabama, but it was on my MySpace page. And I have not logged into MySpace, and I couldn't tell you how long, but apparently I guess they moved MySpace over to some other servers or other location or something, but pretty much all that stuff's gone. So I lost a lot of that stuff, and apparently all of his music magically disappeared off of my computer and my phone, so I don't have any of it. I found an old CD that I was able to rip a couple things off of. So I got a couple tracks off of it, but that was about it. What's going on? How's everybody been doing? I know we have been kind of out of pocket the last couple weeks, just because of life happening and a little bit of burnout on Coach's end. He was, trying to balance, getting back into doing disc golf, which he really enjoys, family life, school stuff, and trying to do all these videos, and plus we're still working on our next documentary project on LucasArts. Me and him actually had a discussion about that this past week. So we're going to be moving forward with that. I did get caught up on Clone Wars. I only watched the last 4 episodes because from what I've seen, the middle episodes of this season were kind of not even worth watching, so I didn't even watch them. Coach watched them. Plus, I don't know how many sports fans we have in the chat, but me and Coach have been all over this Last Dance documentary on ESPN about Michael Jordan in the 1998 Bulls season. We were actually at my parents' house, one of the very last, or the last game that he played, and we watched the whole thing. And I remember me and Coach looking at me going, just think, dude, this is probably going to be the last time we ever see Jordan play basketball ever again, you know? So that documentary, if you guys have not seen it, has been freaking amazing. I have loved every single episode. Tomorrow night are the last 2 episodes. So I'll definitely be watching that. Coach will probably watch it when he gets back from the beach, which I think he's going to be back Sunday evening sometime. So, and apparently they're working on an Ahsoka Tano show, or it's in development at Disney Plus. Not sure all the details on that, but I don't know if it's going to be live action or animated, but I'll be curious to see what they do with that. I saw some more casting announcements for The Mandalorian that's coming out this fall, which I thought that they were pretty much done shooting all the episodes for that. So I don't know if they're just now releasing people that were cast and that appear in the episodes, or if they're still doing more shooting of episodes. What's going on, Jay, man? Good to have you here, brother. Robert Pearson, latest season Clone Wars, you did the right thing. These middle episodes were pointless. Yeah, I heard the same thing, and so I literally skipped them. I was like, I'm not gonna waste my time watching garbage. And from what I heard, there were a lot of just filler episodes. So yeah, and I actually haven't seen all of Clone Wars. Yeah, Coach has, but I started season 1 and got about halfway through, and I don't know, I just got bored with it. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I wasn't just, pumped or excited for the next episode, or anything like that. So wait, what was that? I'm still not fully recovered from Mark's announcement of not making a channel. Haven't got off the floor yet from fainting. Were you thinking about making a channel or something, Mark? Or were you just letting people know you were not doing a channel? Airs of Chaos. Yeah. Going out walking is pretty much essential with everybody being on lockdown. I've been trying to get out as much as I can and just, get out of the house. But literally since mid-March, I'm still running on pretty much the same gas in my car that I filled up with back in the middle of March. And normally a tank of gas lasts me about maybe a week. So, oh, okay, it was a joke. Okay. I was like, well, if you do, I got another channel that my personal account and Echo Base Network Live in our main channel. So one thing I was gonna bring up, hang on, let me switch screens. I was just gonna get y'all's thoughts on something. Because me and Coach actually talked about this. Let's see here. All right. YouTube Studio Analytics. Okay, now I just need to, let's see, let me dismiss that. Okay, now let me share my screen. Let's see here. Share screen. All right, so this is our main channel, and as you guys can see, we make pennies. If you're looking at YouTube as a career, I highly recommend against it. Just my personal opinion. But we're not doing this for a career, obviously. This is just fun for us, something to do. Our Star Wars sequel trilogy documentary is still our most viewed video on here. Last 28 days, we got almost 12,000 more views. But we're not getting a whole lot. Our channel is not getting a whole lot of growth. And I see other channels that that we were actually bigger than a few other channels, and they've pretty much blown past us. So I'm not really sure. Our content definitely has not been consistent here of late, just because of life and stuff. But me and Coach got full-time jobs and lives, so we're real limited on what we can put into this YouTube channel. And maybe that's just the YouTube channel we're going to be. We'll always kind of pretty much be just a small channel with a small community, and I actually like that aspect of it, just because if we were to the point to where we had something crazy like 300,000 subs or something, we really wouldn't be able to communicate with you guys very well. It would just, we would get bombarded so much with comments and messages and all that. We literally wouldn't be able to respond. So I kind of like the small community aspect of it. But I was just curious if you guys had any thoughts on YouTube channel growth, or if you guys see anything that we could do better or improve upon, to get our reach out there. I try to be as active as possible on our social media pages, our Facebook group, and on Twitter. Coach does not really do any social media stuff. He doesn't even do a whole lot of social media stuff on his own stuff. So that's not really his forte. He likes to stick to doing videos and creating content, which is definitely his best attribute. First quarter numbers for Echo Base Network. The result, our acquisition of Mexico clearly has brought down revenues. We may need to recon that acquisition. Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with you, Mike. Yeah, I definitely don't think it has anything to do with you. But I was looking at some other channels today, and I was like, man, I remember we were like way past them. But also we're not, well, there was a while there that me and Coach were doing. I mean, we were putting out 2 videos a day for, I don't know, we kept that up for maybe 2 weeks. And we didn't even see a whole lot of growth during that time, but it's more of like a marathon than a sprint in the YouTube game, I'm guessing. So, but anyways, yeah, I just wanted to kind of throw that out there, see if you guys had any thoughts, see if you had any ideas to that we could do differently on the channel. I definitely want to do bring our top 5 back, like where I don't know how many of you were around when we first were doing streaming. We would have the chat come up with the top 5, then me and Coach would come up with our top 5 list, and then the chat would put in their top 5, and then the chat would pick whether or not they preferred my top 5 choices or Coach's top 5 choices. But that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing that, and we haven't done that in quite some time. You forget we are the one channel not riding the backs of others to bolster numbers. Yeah, that is true. We do not. Now, of course, when we first got this channel up and going, I was reaching out to everybody. Jeremy over at Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic, Doomcock, Mary Mayhem. I mean, tons and tons of people. All the guys over at Midnight's Edge After Dark, and we got a lot of push to get this channel up off the ground, but we haven't really pushed more on that just because we don't want to. I don't want to keep hounding anybody else to support our channel or give us shout outs or anything like that. I definitely watch all those people's channels still from time to time when I can, and I'm engaging in the chat and that sort of thing. And but and we don't do a whole lot of collab stuff. We don't try to get other people, a lot of the bigger YouTube channels to come on our show to help boost up our channel. So we're kind of just doing our own thing and trying to involve you guys, the community, because that's ultimately our goal when we wanted to start this is to have a close-knit community, involve you guys, chat with you guys, all that sort of stuff. And so yeah, I think it's mostly you and Coach just have to get back into a regular groove. Yeah, and that's the thing, Mark. I 100% agree with that. And if we had more free time where our schedules matched up, that would be really easy for us to do. But with our schedules the way they are, I mean, I work from 3 in the afternoon till midnight. He works from early in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. So when he's getting off, I'm getting started. So, and then, weekends is just a hit or miss. So yeah, we definitely got to get into a regular groove. The nice thing about my job is, especially right now, is I'm working from home. So sometimes I actually can take a break from work, maybe hop on with Coach, maybe knock out a couple videos. But honestly, also, there hasn't been a whole lot going on in the news. I covered some of the Naughty Dog stuff and the ridiculousness going on with all that. And that's kind of been one of the bigger topics going around out in YouTube land. So, but yeah. I mean, we definitely got to be as regular as possible. Let's see. That's number 4. I missed all. Hang on. Let me go back and start with Mexican Iron Man. It's number 1. Okay. Number 1. Coach gets bigger booby implants and renames the channel Star Wars Girl Gender. Yeah, we'd probably lose a lot of subs. We'd probably lose a lot of people on that one. 2, rename the channel to Gamers and Geeks and make at least one Kathleen Kennedy video per day. Yeah, that would probably up our views. Hire Russian Kenny to do at least 2 videos per week with his shirt off. 4 giveaway tacos, literally. Yeah, we could do I don't know how many people got Taco John's. We don't have any of those out here, but I know out in the Midwest, Taco John's is pretty big. Nobody's gonna want probably Taco Bell gift cards. New super important guy, Mr. 24/7 Fusion Media. Yeah, what's going on, 24/7? How's it going, brother? Glad to see you here. This is literally off the hip, nothing playing, live stream. We haven't gone live in the last two or 3 weeks, I think. And I've been so busy with different things that I literally have had nothing planned, and actually wasn't even gonna do a live stream tonight. But I was like, I probably need to get on there and chat with everybody, let everybody know what's going on, and I'll keep it to like an hour, and then we'll go from there. Like I said, Coach will be back on Sunday, so hopefully Sunday evening, we'll be able to knock out some content for the main channel and get some videos pushed out this week. And then, of course, next weekend I'll be out of town for the benefit concert that they're doing for my buddy who passed away, helping to raise money for his wife and kids. So I will actually be gone I'm actually leaving out this Wednesday afternoon and won't get back till Sunday evening of next weekend. But I'll have my phone on me, so I'll still be, probably posting stuff on Twitter and our Facebook group and Instagram and that sort of stuff. I might even do a quick live video stream from my phone down there while I'm down there. Who knows? I don't know. I'll just play it by ear. J-Man in the house. Because Star Wars is iffy these days, I think people may think you only cover Star Wars and they aren't interested. Not sure if that plays a part. Yeah, and me and Coach actually talked about that. The Star Wars, and it seems like a lot of channels have had I've seen a couple other channels say the exact same thing, where they're saying that their Star Wars videos are not really doing very well right now. And that's our main focus. Now, of course, we cover other stuff. We cover gaming stuff and comic stuff and other movie stuff, pop culture, entertainment stuff. So we cover other stuff, definitely. But, this is primarily a Star Wars channel, and the Star Wars news and the Star Wars content here lately has really not been very good, to be honest. There really hasn't been a whole lot to talk about. a whole lot to cover that's interesting at all. Me personally, I've literally not had a whole lot of interest in even, checking to see what's going on out there in Star Wars news. I mean, anything that pops up, I end up seeing in my sub feed on my phone. So that's most of the time how I end up finding out about a lot of the latest news also. So, but yeah, I'm all for covering other content that is relatable to pop culture, entertainment, news, that sort of thing. The thing is, our primary sub base here is definitely here for Star Wars content. So on that side of things, I don't know how interested people would be. Like if me and Coach did a video talking about the Last Dance documentary on ESPN. I don't know how many sports fans are out there. Or if we covered Mike Tyson coming back, to boxing potentially, and training and all that sort of stuff, which me and Coach are huge 90s basketball fans, huge Michael Jordan fans, huge Mike Tyson fans, which I don't know if you guys will. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is freaking. Let me get this queued up here. All right. Share audio. This is really short. I don't know if you guys have seen this. So Tyson, freaking 50-something years old. I wouldn't want to fight that dude. I don't care if he was 70 years old. I would not want to fight him. He's an absolute beast. And I heard that there were talks of him and Holyfield doing a fight number 3 between the two of them, like an exhibition match will go like 4 rounds at the most. But Tyson, if he gets in there, he's going to try knocking somebody's head off no matter who it is, whether it's exhibition or non-exhibition. I mean, that's just Tyson for you. But yeah, I mean, that's some other stuff that me and Coach are kind of staying up to speed on, and have been watching and paying attention to, and I can't say enough about the Last Dance documentary on ESPN with Jordan and the Bulls. I mean, even if you're not a sports fan, I highly recommend watching it because it just goes into a whole lot of his character and what it takes to be great. And he's the greatest of all time. I don't care what anybody says. Michael Jordan's better than LeBron. And I've seen a lot of videos where people are saying, oh, well, LeBron's stats and his numbers overall so far in his career have surpassed Jordan's. Yeah, well, he's played in the league a whole lot longer than Jordan has, and he came straight out of high school. He didn't go to college like Jordan did either. So, but anyways, I digress. Other Star Wars news out there, there's not really a whole lot going on at all. I was actually doing a search for Star Wars news earlier, and I was literally like, there's not really anything out there. There's really like not anything out there worth talking about. I saw one article that Cinema Blend put out there where Mark Hamill is wanting a darker fate for Luke Skywalker and Return of the Jedi. But I mean I mean that's pretty much what's out there is stuff going back to the original trilogy. Mark LeBron, who? Mexican number 9, Fandom Menace, Treasure Island, where we virtually match up all YouTube guys and girls channels and ship everyone off, so only Echo pays remains. That sounds like a good idea. I thought Nick said LeBron. Isn't that a Chrysler? What's going on, Fender Fire? How's it going, man? We're just chatting, just randomly. 24/7 Fusion Media. Miss you, Nick and Coach. Glad to see you back. Yeah, like I said, I was debating on even going live tonight. Literally just because I've had no time to plan anything. So this is completely just, kicking back, chit-chatting, updating you guys. Just, pretty much just hanging out for a minute, kind of letting you guys know what's going on, that sort of thing. If you're just now getting here, I won't be here next weekend to be able to live stream, but Coach will be here. So maybe I'll help him get something planned out for next Saturday, possibly. Oh, one of the topics, and I'm pretty sure we didn't do a video on this. Boba Fett coming to the Mandalorian. That was some big news coming out here in the last week. Is that he's going to be coming back to the Mandalorian season 2. Mark Hamill's excited for it. I hope they kind of explain how he survived the Sarlacc pit, which anybody that reads the EU stuff knows that, he basically ended up getting spit out from the Sarlacc pit and survived all that. So I think it'll be really interesting to see Boba Fett back, and the actor who did all the voices for the Clone Wars or for the clones in the prequels and stuff is actually going to be playing Boba Fett. So he'll actually have the same voice from the prequels and from the special edition Star Wars original trilogy movies, where they added his voice in there. But depending on what they do with it, hopefully they make it good. But it is 100% definitely fan service that they're putting them in there. And it seems like they're doing a lot of fan service things here lately to try to bring back a lot of people who pretty much hated the sequel trilogy. So, fan service can be good if it's done well. But if you're just throwing them in there to throw them in there and there's not a whole lot of point to it, then it's kind of weak and stupid. So hopefully they don't waste it. Hopefully it ties in and it's relevant for him to be a part of the story. And he's not just there just to be there. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm still in the state of mind of I can't get excited for anything Star Wars. And we're a Star Wars channel. And I can't get excited for anything they announce or anything Star Wars related until I actually see it. The Last Jedi pretty much did it for me, and until I see it for myself and can be like, okay, that was good. I like that. I just can't get excited for it. Just can't do it. Star Wars reviewed. Fan service is fine as long as it serves the story. 100%. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Meyer, I really despise that fan service has replaced decent storytelling. I 100% agree. I hate when fan service replaces decent storytelling. That's definitely an example of fan service done wrong. So hopefully, like I said, it makes sense to have him there, and it's done well, and the story's told well, and it's not just like, oh, hey, look, there's Boba Fett, and that literally could have just been anybody else, which more than likely that's probably gonna end up being the case. You could, and that's the thing I'm gonna look for when I watch Mandalorian season 2. When Boba Fett comes in, I'm gonna watch it, all the way to the end and be like, okay, if if I took Boba Fett out of there and just put Joe Blow, bounty hunter, smuggler, whoever in his place, would the story still play out the same? And if it doesn't, then I think then it's done well. That means that there was a reason for him to be there, that there's a key point or reason for him to be a part of the story. If not, then it's just like, all right, well, they just threw Boba Fett in there just to get people to try to get excited about something. Let's see. I like the sign off notion too. Can I use fake voice during an impression of Coach? Makes way more sense that Boba Fett could escape before the dumbass special edition giant Audrey 2 poking out of the Sarlacc pit. Yeah, that was so stupid. It was like a bird beak or something, There's in the whole Jabba the Hutt music scene with all the CGI characters and the whole dance number. I absolutely hated that. I don't even watch the special edition anymore. But there are a couple things in the special edition that I liked. Some of the space battle stuff from A New Hope, I thought looked cool, and I liked how they opened up Cloud City to where it didn't feel so claustrophobic. I thought that was cool. Where it shows Boba Fett's ship, flying behind the Falcon in Empire. I thought that was cool. The Emperor talking to Vader in the special edition. Having seen the movies from prequel to end, it doesn't bother me as much. But if I never seen the movies at all and I watched them in the order of their release, I wouldn't want that part in there. So the last person that I had watched Star Wars that had never seen Star Wars and knew nothing about it, we watched all the original cuts of the film. I did not have them watch the special edition. So, let's see here. Star Wars reviewed, watching The Mandalorian behind the scenes and listening to Dave Filoni's input. I'm stoked for season 2 of Mandalorian. Hopefully, if Boba Fett, Ahsoka, or Rex is in there, he has a good reason for them. Yes. And I'm curious to see what what he does. And since the same actor who is going to be playing Boba Fett could literally play Rex in there, so I'll be curious if he is in there. I would think so. Uh, I think they could definitely have him in there. Meyer, what's happening in Star Wars is happening all over sci-fi as a whole. The stories are being told by people whose passion is politics and not the IP. Absolutely, and I freaking hate that. It irritates me beyond belief. In the Last of Us 2 leaks and that whole situation with that is a perfect example of that. They are killing characters that people loved from the first game, which I have the first game. I got the remastered version on PS4. And the game and the story is great. I mean, the beginning of The Last of Us, I mean, that freaking is just so heavy. And so, yeah, a lot of people are excited, and then they end up giving us the garbage that they are giving us. If the leaks are true, like, yeah, no thanks. I will not be buying that game at all. But yeah, I freaking hate the politics and the agenda pushing and entertainment. I mean, people watch entertainment to kind of escape those realities. You know, and people about, oh, George put politics in his movies, but it wasn't in your face. Yeah, you can make a comparison to the Empire and in the Ewoks, to Vietnam or something. I mean, you could make links and put things together, but that's not the message that you got, watching that. So Rex nearing Boba Fett would be interesting. Yeah. I mean, since they're gonna have the same actor playing Boba Fett and he's gonna be there, I mean, if you're doing fan service stuff, why not throw Rex in there with Ahsoka since she's gonna be there? Obviously, they threw him in as being the the rebel from with the gray hair from Return of the Jedi. On Endor. So let's see here. So yeah. So now, of course, originally this was not Rex. Because they didn't know who Rex was at the time when they made this movie. So originally this is not Rex, but they came out, later after Rebels and actually confirmed that Rex went on to fight with the Rebel Alliance and that this is actually him. So this is a clone, from the prequels, who is now fighting with the Rebels, and that is Rex. So if they can make him look like that, in the Mandalorian season 2, or look similar to that with the gray beard and stuff, I think that could be interesting. I don't know. It always just comes down to if it's done right, and hopefully they do it right, because I have not had any issue. I didn't really have any real major issues with the Mandalorian season 2, but the Star Wars bar was so low after the sequels that pretty much anything would be better. So to me, the Mandalorian season 1 was okay. But I'm not watching reruns of it. I'm not, super stoked for it. I saw all the episodes one time, and that was it. And I was like, Yeah, that's good. It wasn't bad, some episodes I liked way more than other episodes. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't, running out. I mean, when Rogue One came out, I literally was talking to everybody like, "Oh my god, you gotta see this movie! Like, it's so good." And I had issues with Rogue One, especially after the Rogue One hype had settled down, and I went back and watched it several more times. I got issues with that movie also, but that is definitely the best thing that Disney has put out so far, hands down, in my opinion. Rex meaning Boba Fett would be interesting. Yeah. And if because he would obviously not have his helmet on, but it would be like Boba Fett looking into a mirror, almost. So yeah, that would be interesting if they met. I actually think that would be a cool meetup. Star Wars Reviewed. I actually like the special edition celebration song at the end of Return of the Jedi better than Yub Nub. No, Star Wars Reviewed. Yub Nub is the best ending to the original trilogy. It's the best ending. No, but seriously, the ending song, it, it was okay, but me growing up with that as a kid, I liked it. It you know, I was, let's see, uh, I was 4 years old when Return of the Jedi came out, so the Ewoks, Yub Nub at the end, all that sort of stuff. I loved all of it. Now, a lot of the older generation, when Jedi came out back in the day, they hated Return of the Jedi. Um, they did not like it at all. There was a lot of people that were very critical of it. With the Ewoks basically taking down the Empire. But ultimately, the Ewoks really didn't take down the Empire. The Ewoks basically just provided a distraction, for the rebels to basically continue on with their plan. And they definitely helped and aided in that. And there was probably a lot more Ewoks that got killed than the one that they showed on screen. There was probably a lot more that got killed. So I don't really see it that way, but I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think that the Ewoks defeated the Empire? Me personally, I don't see it that way. I think they basically provided a distraction, and of course, once Han and them got the shield, blew up the shield generator. Pretty much the fighters took over at that point. The Ewoks didn't have anything to do with that. Yes, Jedi Bill. You need. I own these ones right here. Actually, do I have? Yeah. All right. So let me pull up. If this is gonna come up here. 80s. All right. Let me go to view. All right. So this is my movie drive. But right there, Star Wars despecialized editions. And these are the ones that I actually have is the Harmies. And I actually got a fan-made special edition that was pretty interesting to watch. It actually had at stats on Hoth. So I can't remember who did them. Somebody in the chat might remember, but they did their own fan made special edition of Star Wars: A New Hope and fan made edition of Empire. And the guy's currently working on Jedi, but I have no clue when that's going to come out. But yeah, these are pretty much the ones that I watch. Is the Harmies. Very good. You can go out there there's ways you can go out there and get those. If you just do a little research, you can definitely go out and find them. Let's see here. I wish I still had my bootleg copy of Star Wars on VHS because it was untarnished. I actually still have the widescreen VHS THX where they improved the picture quality and improved the sound on it. And I got the 3 originals from the 80s on VHS, but I don't have a VCR. So, there's that. Now, the original tape that I had, so my dad, would back in the mid 80s, he would rent. We had a VCR at the house, but he would rent another VCR from the video store. You could do that back in the day. And he would link the 2 VCRs and he would play Star Wars on one VCR and with a blank tape, record it on the other VCR. And that's actually how I got my copies of the original trilogy as a kid. Is my dad pirated them. And I watched those things, and my parents actually still have all those cassette tapes, and it had been watched so much that tape was it was worn out. And when I actually finally watched them on DVD, when they released on DVD, because I never bought any of the other tapes when they would come out with them, because I had the movies on tape already. So I was like, I already have these movies. I'm not gonna, pay money to buy what I already got. But when they came out on DVD, I did buy those, and I was like, oh my God, this looks so much better than my tape version. Like, it's so much clearer. And then, of course, I bought the Blu-ray box set that came out years ago, where Darth Vader says no at the end, which is stupid. And it's got all the stupid special edition stuff in there. Yeah, I don't really watch those. The main reason I got that Blu-ray box set is because all the extras that came on it, the deleted scenes, and there was a ton of deleted scenes on there that I had not ever seen before. So, 8mm version of Empire, nice. As long as 80-year-old Rex isn't like 80-year-old Picard. Ahsoka may be changing his nappies. Oh, looks like Coach jumped in for a minute. Yeah, hope you're enjoying the beach down there. I'll be down there next weekend. There were politics in the OG movies, but there was an actual plot of the movie to back it up. Correct. Take away the politics and the recent stuff, and you're left with flickering lights and bright, pretty colors. Yeah, pretty much. pretty freaking much. Heirs of Chaos. I'd love Star Wars to do stuff right. Yeah, it would be nice if they got back on that. Loki in a bad cell area. All good, brother. Glad that you could make it in though. Let's see. Oh, Coach Nick has been bad mouthing you something awful. Search your feelings, you know it to be untrue. uh, uh. Robert Pearson, I think they should have kept Yebna, but then have it change as it shows the celebrations across the galaxy. Yeah, that would have been. I think that would have been a lot better if they did that. Because of course, when they're showing celebrations on all the other planets, of course, they're not going to be hearing the Ewoks Yub Nub celebration. Let's see here. The adult Mark appreciates the new ending and score so much more. Yeah, as an adult, it's definitely better than Yub Nub. I like Yub Nub just for nostalgia reasons, kind of taking me back as, when I was a kid. Mexican Iron Man, let us all band arm in arm and sing songs of great EBM victories in honor of our virtual dad coach. All hail the great and wise leader. All hail, coach. Glad he could make it in here. I'm actually getting ready to cut this off and end this. I got a lot of stuff I got to get done around the house here. So I'll probably go for 2 or 3 more minutes here. We'll go through some of these chats here. I remember the adverts available for the last time in its original format, Star Wars. Dixon, what Star Wars game is your favorite, Nick? Oh, my favorite. I would probably have to say probably TIE Fighter, which was a PC game that released back in the 90s. I recently went through it on Steam. Went and bought a joystick and everything to be able to play it. It's basically a flight simulator. It takes place right after the events on Hoth. So the very first mission, stupid autofocus on this camera. So it literally starts off with the rebels are fleeing Hoth, and you're an Imperial pilot, and it goes all the way up to the point of right before the attack on the second Death Star. So you get a lot of backstory on stuff that happened throughout Empire Strikes Back, and then in between Empire and Jedi. And then after that was X-Wing Alliance, which kind of picked up story-wise after TIE Fighter and went all the way up to the attack on the second Death Star. And you actually get to fly the Falcon in that, which is really cool. So that's probably my favorite. That is probably my favorite. All right, Meyer. Good to have you here, brother. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out, chit-chatting with us. Let's Let's see. Jedi Bill, hey Nick, go check out Mexican Iron Man's rant on Thursday on Loki. Morning Mitcha is epic and awesome. You're the best, Max. So was that Thursday morning or Tuesday morning? So I watched part of the Taco Tuesday rerun, but then got tied up on work calls and stuff, and I never got to finish it. But I will definitely go check that out. Yes, everyone listen to Mark. Before you leave, go hit that like button, guys, if you don't mind. X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. Yes, that was a game me and Coach played together a lot over modem. We were actually in a clan and everything. We would have events and missions and go against each other and all that sort of stuff. It was freaking awesome. Adding Thrawn in the expansions was awesome. Yes, definitely. All right, Mexican Iron Man, I gotta go. I'll be on the Snow Dub channel tonight promoting EBN, writing contests and EBN for Star Wars ESB anniversary show. Party tonight at 9. All right, I will jump on Snow Dub's channel later on and I'll listen in while I'm working on stuff around here. I'm actually I got 2 vehicles, a car that I drive to and from work when I had to go to work. And then I got a 4Runner. And I'm actually possibly might be selling it this weekend. So I'm actually I gotta freaking get all my crap out of there and get it cleaned up. So I'm actually probably gonna work on some of that tonight. Man, Robert Pearson, if they remastered TIE Fighter, I would buy it day one. What would really be cool? So I don't know how many of you guys have PS4s with a VR headset, but the first Battlefront game that had the X-Wing VR mission on it, man, if they would make a VR flight sim game like that, man, that would be freaking amazing. But yeah, if they remastered TIE Fighter and made it VR, man, I'd be all over it. I'd be all over it. Bring me in. Like bring you in on this live stream. I'm actually getting ready to end it. Like literally like here in just a minute. Text me, Nick. Oh, my phone's on silent. What's going on, Dave Bob? Good night. Bye. Later, Mexican Iron Man. Dave Bob. No, it was Thursday. Okay. I'll check Loki's stream Thursday. Tron VR. I'd be all for Tron VR would be freaking sick. I would definitely get that too. Tron VR. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to do it for me. We've gone for 1:15. Like I said, this was totally not planned at all. I just came on here to chit chat with you guys for a little bit since we haven't been doing any live streams here the last 2 weeks. But I'll be out of town next weekend. Coach will hopefully be here if he's not tied up with stuff. But if Coach can't make next Saturday night, I'll probably post I'll post something on our main channel, letting you guys know that we won't have a live stream next week. But that's gonna do it for me. So also real quick, if you guys want to contact us, you can email us at echobasenetwork@gmail.com. If you guys want to email us at that email address and give us topics or stuff that you would like to hear our opinions on or anything, maybe me and Coach could get some videos knocked out covering some of the content and topics that you guys want to hear about, and we'll give you a shout out, show you like, all right, so and so wanted to know our thoughts on this and all that sort of stuff, and we'll post the email on there. Try to keep it short, try not to have it too long, but if you guys have anything that you guys want us to cover that's in the news that we haven't covered yet, or just you want to get our thoughts on certain things, just email us there, and we'll check it out and maybe make a video on it before I leave Wednesday. But anyways, hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend, and until the next one, we'll see y'all later.